You've seen the symbol everywhere, but what if it's not just a symbol? On jewelry, tattoos, meditation apps, even in pop culture, it's often shown as a glowing eye in the center of the forehead. Mysterious, powerful, almost otherworldly. But what does it actually mean? And why has this symbol survived for thousands of years across completely different cultures? Because the third eye isn't just a symbol. It represents something much deeper, something humans have been trying to understand for as long as we've existed. At its core, the third eye represents perception beyond ordinary sight, not seeing with your eyes, but seeing with your mind, seeing patterns, seeing truth, seeing what isn't immediately visible. The idea suggests that reality isn't limited to what we can physically observe, that there is another layer hidden beneath the surface, and the third eye is the symbol of accessing that layer. One of the earliest and most well-known origins of the third eye comes from ancient India. In Hindu philosophy, it's connected to something called the Ajna chakra. This is often referred to as the third eye chakra, located in the center of the forehead. It's believed to be the center of intuition, awareness, and inner knowledge. Unlike the physical eyes, which look outward, the third eye looks inward. It represents the ability to understand things without needing external proof, to just know. In many traditions, opening the third eye isn't about gaining supernatural powers. It's about clarity, about seeing reality without distortion, without fear, without illusion. It's the idea that most of us move through life reacting, distracted, overwhelmed by surface-level noise. But when the third eye is open, you begin to see things differently. You notice patterns. You question assumptions. You become aware of things you used to overlook. Interestingly, this concept isn't limited to one culture. In ancient Egypt, we see something strikingly similar. The Eye of Horus, a symbol you may already recognize, represents protection, wisdom, and higher perception. Some researchers have even pointed out that the shape of the Eye of Horus resembles structures in the human brain, particularly the pineal gland. The pineal gland sits deep in the center of the brain and has long been associated with consciousness and awareness. Philosophers like René Descartes even referred to it as the seat of the soul. In Buddhism, the concept appears again, this time as the urna, a dot or symbol placed between the eyes of enlightened beings. It represents spiritual vision, the ability to see beyond suffering, to understand the true nature of reality. Across these traditions, the message is consistent. There is more to perception than what we see on the surface. So what does the third eye actually symbolize? And this is where it gets interesting. First, it represents intuition, that quiet inner voice, the feeling you can't always explain, but often turns out to be right. Second, it represents awareness, not just of the world around you, but of your own thoughts, patterns, and behaviors. And third, it represents truth, the ability to see things as they are, not just as they appear. In modern culture, the third eye has taken on a new life. You'll see it in spirituality, self-help, and even fashion. It's often associated with awakening, with becoming more conscious, more aware, more connected. But sometimes, the meaning gets simplified, reduced to something trendy or aesthetic, when in reality, the symbol has always pointed to something much more grounded, not escaping reality, but understanding it more deeply. There's also a psychological way to look at the third eye. Your brain is constantly interpreting information, filling in gaps, creating meaning. When you become more aware of how this process works, you start to see things differently. You question your reactions. You notice your patterns. You become less reactive and more intentional. In a way, this is what the third eye represents in a modern sense. This part might surprise you. Not magic, not mysticism, but awareness. And maybe that's why this symbol continues to resonate today. Because in a world full of noise, distraction, and constant input, the idea of seeing clearly feels more important than ever. The third eye reminds us that perception isn't fixed, that awareness can grow, that understanding can deepen, and that sometimes the most important things aren't what we see, but how we see. So the next time you notice the third eye symbol on a necklace, a tattoo, or even just scrolling past it online, remember, it's not just about looking outward, it's about looking inward and learning to see in a way most people never stop to consider. Because the real question isn't whether the third eye is real. The question is, what might you notice if you started paying attention differently? If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more hidden meanings behind the symbols you see every day. Because once you start noticing them, you'll realize they've been there all along.